Okay, so Clay Byrne, I'm here with Kristi Rowland, my good friend and real estate agent, partner on the team. We've known each other for a long time. And I don't like how long have we known each other?
Probably,
Like 5 or 6
yeah,
years.
I
Yeah.
think so.
From being in the community. But you came here I think in like November, right? And you've already done like
Be my eighth one coming
your
up.
eighth contract already since December, January, February, March, April. So 6 months, 8 deals. That's outstanding.
Not closed yet, but
Not closed yet.
impressive.
Yeah, but that's on its way. And you've got what, some listings coming up, or you're working on
Yeah,
that
I have
too?
a couple listings. Yeah.
So look at you. Did you know that we all know that you're capable of this, right?
Yes.
And you're balancing a pretty crazy schedule. So tell us about that.
Yes. So I have a very busy schedule, which I love. I love to be busy. I'm a worker and I just love to do stuff with my family and friends.
Yeah.
So I have a wife, I have 3 kids who are very active in school and out, extracurricular
Yeah.
activities, lots of sports and dance and gymnastics
Yeah.
and all that good stuff, which is wonderful because that allows me a chance to meet so many great people.
Yeah.
Obviously, we live in an awesome area and have
Yeah.
met so many great people here. So yes, very involved with that. I'm also involved with the school, the kids' schools. I've served as president and president-elect and advisor for the past 3 years.
For doing what?
Booster Club.
Yeah.
So at my kids' school.
So what's the job for that? What's the goal for the Booster Club?
The goal for the Booster Club is just to create an inviting environment for all the parents and the kids at the school, raise some money clearly so that we can do a lot of fun things. We do so many awesome things at the school.
The teachers.
The families, the kids.
Yeah.
This Friday we have our big carnival coming up.
Oh, really? That's this Friday?
Yes. So
Perfect.
stuff like that. So I love to stay involved, especially when it affects my kids and their friends and just people we love here in the community.
Yeah. Yeah. You've been, I didn't know that about you actually. I knew it was a couple years into like, I think I met y'all through Jared, like Jared, your husband was on the sideline. It was really, no, it was a batting. This is a funny story. So it was in the batting cage and Jared's in there throwing the ball, the sauce, and your youngest son, your middle child. And I'm like, I'm Clay. What do you do? Jared's, ultimate sales guy. And he was like, oh, well, we're thinking about buying a house. Like, right. And that's how I started like engaging with him about that. And then I remember I showed up to soccer. Your Julia and my Julia were on the same soccer team. And Jared looked up and I was like late. He was like, man, you must really want to sell me a house. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, well, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, my daughter's playing.
You're everywhere.
It was really funny. But but we started talking about real estate because it's in his family you've been kind of thinking about it for a long time too.
Yes, I have. So my background is corporate HR.
Yeah.
So for the past almost 25 years, I did corporate HR and loved that career. I love working with people. Clearly in HR, I get to work with people on a day-to-day basis. So after I transitioned out of that, I'd always had an interest in real estate. Both my mother and father-in-law do it in North Texas. Yeah. So I've heard a lot of great stories, have a lot of very successful friends, including you, Clay.
Yeah, thank you.
Who do real estate. And again, just working with people and it enticing. And so, I jumped right in when you presented the opportunity.
Yeah, well, you took it, you clobbered it. So, we see a lot of agents and I'd say this often after you've left. So I'll say it to you now is like, man, Kristi is just a delight to be around. Yeah, nice. I say, and everybody agrees. So thank you for being a delight to be around.
Oh, well, this is a great environment. I love the team.
Good.
How can you be in a bad mood when you get to see this smile every day?
But so in HR, and you grew up, tell us more about like who you are. Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in West Texas in a great town of San Angelo.
San Angelo is a great town?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of good, fond memories from San Angelo. So grew up with a very hardworking mom and dad, 2 older brothers.
And that's where you got your work ethic?
I did.
You're a hard worker.
I am a hard worker.
Yeah.
I like to work. I like results. Obviously, I've taken several personality tests, and responsibility and achiever are always the top 2 things that come out for me. So, I take my work very seriously, whatever it is I'm doing, and I just love to achieve and contribute to the household and to, my family and everything it takes to run a fun household these
Yeah,
days.
yeah. No, you
So
guys are great, and your kids are great. Like you've done a really good job with, like culture, but like you have a good family, right?
that's sweet.
Yeah, they're great. Even Julia talks to me. Your Julia talks to me.
Yeah, big
Um,
personality there.
she does have a big personality. So in the 6 months you've been here,
Hmm.
you've already got the 8 deals and some listings. What have been some of the biggest challenges?
Well, biggest challenges is definitely just learning something new,
Yeah,
right? I talked about my career that I did for a long time.
5 years.
Yes.
Yeah,
And really just honestly just taking the step and being brave enough to do something
yeah,
totally different,
yeah,
learn a new skill set, pass a test, get up to speed on everything, and just enter a very competitive market
yeah,
here in Austin. Again, I have so many successful friends in the business,
yeah,
and some days on that can be a daunting feeling,
yeah,
but at the same time, I've discovered that there's so many people, so many great clients to work with, so
yeah,
many people to help here that are looking for great agents that take the job seriously
yeah,
and, do a good job. And I feel like I've done that for
yeah,
my clients so far. So it's
yeah.
been fun.
They love you. So I don't know if you knew this, but I call your clients and see how it's going. They love you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Um,
I love them.
yeah, and it's hard work. I mean, you're all over the place. Kyle,
Liberty
Liberty
Hill,
Hill,
Florida.
Ado, Lake, Dripping Springs, and some of the new partnerships that we have coming up. I mean, like there's the endless possibilities for
Yeah.
you.
And that's what's exciting, honestly, when this was presented to me is just the unknown and the opportunity
Yeah,
and just all you're always looking for new ideas and new things and new partnerships as you're mentioning. And that's what's exciting to
yeah.
me is like the growth and just you never know what's coming tomorrow. And that's what's fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you think that's fun. So it drives some people crazy. So you're in a community. How long have you been in this area, Eanes area?
So we moved 7 years
And
ago.
you jumped in, you got on the booster. Did you do anything before that?
Well, I spent most of my time working, but met, a ton of great people through
Yeah,
like I said, the kids' activities and volunteering here and there
yeah,
at different places around the city. That is something I would like to dive more into in the
yeah,
future. But yeah, most of my time has been either with the kids' sports, coaching, my daughter's basketball team. My husband's very involved with coaching
yeah.
the kids' stuff.
He's a
So
pretty good coach.
great coach.
Yeah,
So that allows me opportunities to meet so many, great people as well. And then just really diving into their school and, taking on a leadership position there
yeah,
was rewarding for
yeah.
me.
And you've probably forged even some better relationships there. Leadership's hard, right? And when you put yourself out there, because you open yourself up to criticism, and you can't really take a lot of accolades because it's the team that behind you that's doing all the work, anyways, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, that's awesome though, because I am a team person and that's
yeah,
what I love about this group is, I'm the agent, but we have our awesome operations team, you and the team, and just to know that, there's people working with you and for you. And to me, it's never my deal. It's the team's deal because without this team, none of it would be
no,
possible.
yeah.
And I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, you're taking advantage of it. In your community, you know a lot of people. We know a lot of the same people, and there are some big time personalities,
Yep.
right? How have you? And this is for I think this is for other agents too. How are you like strategically thinking about how to like earn their business? Let's take the gloves off and
Yeah.
let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I'm smart enough to know that you don't just walk in and get deals just
Yeah,
because they're your friends. I totally respect that, every person knows a realtor, right? A
right.
lot of people know
Oh, yeah,
realtors,
5 of
right?
them. Yeah,
Yes. And have good relationships and all that good stuff. So my goal is just to continue to, be in contact with my network so
yeah,
that they know. I mean, this was a big career shift for me.
yeah,
And so just continuing to that these people will remember me in real estate, whether it's, themselves doing real estate transactions or their friends being referrals. A lot of my friends are, I gave your name to so and so
oh, I
today,
love
or,
that.
other friends. So just continuing to show up.
Hmm.
I really just want to help people. And that's what I like the most out of this really is working with clients, giving them data and information they need or
Yeah,
want to make good, business real estate decisions.
yeah.
So again, just showing up and getting to that point where they're thinking of me one of the top
Yeah.
few when
Yeah.
it comes to real estate.
You just want to earn a
Yes.
chance for an interview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This may be something you probably have realized this by now, but by you doing 8, and you'll probably end up doing 24 or 30 transactions this year, your first year, which for a first year agent's extraordinary. You're recognizing by now, I'm thinking that they're not all the same. They're very different, and it doesn't even matter their price range. They're all different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it's what you've done a good job in is that you ask us, your team, your support, a lot of questions because you don't want issues to become roadblocks, right? You're thinking about the client and the solution and how they can achieve what they want to achieve, managed by a professional, right? And that's, people won't say it, but that's what they want to be. And it's, you bring to the table is a level of professionalism and understanding of how people deserve to be treated, right?
Yeah.
And that's like, which means what? They go before you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to, like, it's not about you. It's got nothing to do with you. It's got everything to do with them.
Absolutely.
Right? Behind the scenes, you can be like, shit, I can't be in 9 places at the same time, right?
Yes.
You're trying to figure some of the stuff out, but
Yeah.
that's what I've enjoyed, and that's what some people have said about you is that like they know that you know what you're doing, that even if you don't, like you get the answers and
Yeah.
you replay. You're not trying to fake it or
No,
anything.
I'm not too proud to ask the questions
No,
around here.
no, you're good at that.
Yeah.
Actually, but you ask great questions. It's funny. The solution based. What else? Why is being successful in this important to you?
So, I was thinking about this, and really it's boiled down to is you think of real estate and you're like, oh, I get to go see all these nice homes and places.
Yeah.
But really, it's what really is sparking my drive in this every day is, again, the clients, the people. So, over the last 3 to 4 transactions, we would go look at 3 homes that you could tell it wasn't the right home for them, but you walk in the 4th house and the sparks are flying.
Yeah.
It's the right one. The client's so happy, and it's just
It's a
so
transformation,
exciting.
right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this burden literally lifts off their shoulders.
Yeah.
They're so happy, and just helping them find that. My past, 3 to 4 clients have been people from out of state that are moving here to be closer to their children and grandchildren. And the whole families have come. Yesterday, I spent 2 hours with a family of 12.
Oh my
The
God.
grandparents are moving here.
Oh my gosh.
The kids, the grandkids, we were all at the house just spending time together. And it was just awesome seeing them all happy, joyful together, and knowing that that's their future when they get here. And you're a part of that. It's just really special.
Felt
and that's
good.
what keeps me going.
That's awesome. So you're meeting a lot of new people, right? That's how it's shaping up, and you love it.
I do.
I mean, they're from all shapes and sizes.
Yes, absolutely. And they've just all been really great.
What did your first transaction? Like, this is a good story. The guy calls in. He's, hey, I've got like $100,000 of cash, and I want to buy a house, an investment property in Austin. And he's from Florida, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you wanted to help him, right? And you wanted to get your first one done. And this was the one that it was your turn. And we got him with the letter, Vinny, and walked him through the process, and he did it, right? And all that, and bought a house.
Yeah. Yeah. It took a little time, but hey, patience, it paid off for him and for us, for me. And he's, so happy, first time homeowner. And we got it done.
Got it done, man. That was interesting. It was entertaining. And since then, obviously, things have gotten a little more traditional.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, oh, of course this happens to Kristi, that first one. Oh, man. It's like when you do HR for 25 years, what does that mean? I have an idea.
Basically working with companies, right? So I work closely with the business leaders and the people, right? So rolling out strategies, company strategies, processes, but also being there for the people and the staff and ensuring that their needs are being met.
So like bridging the gap.
Being a broker, honestly, between the two, and just being.
What was hard about it?
Hard about it was the people and their issues. No, what I loved about it was every day was different. No day was the same. And that's kind of the same for real estate. Honestly, you never know when you're going to get that call or that deal or something's going to fall through, or, it just keeps it fun and exciting. And that's really, again, what I like about real estate is, I'm working clearly for you as my broker with a lot of great advantages out of that and great leads, and which I'm very thankful for, but also building kind of my own business here, right?
Doing your skills.
with the time and energy that I have.
Yeah.
And I love, project management and people. And to me, real estate is that. I mean, every transaction's like a project. I think you told me there's 176 transaction or
So
steps.
there's a gazillion steps.
Yeah.
One of the interesting things, I worked with the Texas A&M research facility on this like 20 something years ago, but there's something like 80 some odd people benefit economically from a real estate transaction.
Wow.
All the repair, the title, the
Yeah.
insurance, like all the
Yes.
stuff that
Yes.
happens. And so like it's a major piece of the economy. So when
Hmm.
it goes down, things are slowing down. And we're experiencing that right now. And you are managing to stay ahead of, I mean, you've closed more deals than probably 90% of the people in the country already. First year in. I'm not kidding.
Well, I'm just not going to do this and not close deals.
That's right,
So
baby.
I love it.
Well,
So
and
exciting.
but you said something a second ago.
Working with people. Okay, the steps and the transactions, right?
Yeah. Well, it's infinitely
So
more complicated than it used to
yeah,
be. Yeah.
I mean, and it takes a very detailed, organized person, which I definitely am those things.
Yeah.
So it checks a lot of my boxes, but it allows me to, again, work with people, which I really love, networking and just helping people out. I love to help people
Yeah.
meet their dreams. And so getting to work while doing that is fun.
What's been the hardest part? Like, what's been the like behind the scenes? Talking to Jared about like, "Ugh." Like, what is that? What's the hardest part?
Well, I mentioned, just learning something new is tough. Secondly is probably just managing everywhere I need to be, as you mentioned. I remember the one day I delivered keys in Georgetown, drove to an inspection in Kyle, and back to Liberty Hill for an inspection, I think later that day. So, one day
Those are
was
hard
hairy.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are hard days where you're coordinating the home schedule,
Hmm.
the pickups and running north, south, north, but I want to be there for my clients through every step of the way. I, really try hard not to be absent from a step in the transaction unless I need to be. So I take it very seriously. So I want to show up for the
So how do you
clients.
balance it?
I have a very supportive husband
Yeah. Good job, Jared.
and a very supportive group of friends and, just people in the community carpools
Yeah.
and all that. I love it because I don't have to miss a lot with the kids with
Yeah.
this either. I'm able to work, my schedule around it for the most part so far, but I have a great support system. Otherwise, I would not be able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. You need it. Everybody needs a good support system.
Right. And you guys are flexible and back me up what I need, which
Yeah.
is critical too.
Awesome. Well, you've been like I said, you're a delight, and it helps that you help people and you close deals, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, all those things make it even more delightful. It's fun to know somebody outside of real estate and then see how like you're transitioning into real estate also. Because you always wonder how that's going to go. The
Yeah.
percentage of failure rate in real estate is really high, and so we
Right.
have a relationship, and I'm like, okay, she's trusting me to help her through this, and I got to trust you to deliver on what needs to be delivered too. And that's
Yeah.
how we can reciprocate this. And it's been great. Now, on May 1st, we're diving in a little bit, and we didn't even talk about it. I just kind of ambushed you guys in the sales room a second ago about it. I'm going to ask you to set some goals around pushing it even more. When we were talking about that, what did you think? What did you feel?
I felt this is good. You need this push.
Mhm.
I definitely need that push, getting in with my network and
Yeah.
doing what I talked about earlier, which is continuing to be top of mind or starting to be top of mind for my network when they're thinking of real estate or referrals and things like that. So,
And now you have
it's
more
exciting.
confidence now than
Yeah,
you did in the beginning,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Those type of tasks feel more doable now
Yeah.
when you have 8 or so transactions under your belt. So
And
that's
you know
helpful.
how to interpret. I mean, like you understand the industry and the market a little
Yeah.
bit better now too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So it's like building up some confidence. It was a learning aha for me too, actually. Is like,
Yeah.
it's like a trade. It's like, okay, we want you to, there's some things we know that we can help you build your business and your brand and get your message out that you care more and can solve problems. But like, you got to get the confidence to have that
Yes,
conversation.
absolutely.
Yeah. And so that was, there was some, I learned from you too on
Yeah.
some of that. So thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited
Me
to see where it
too.
goes, dude.
Me too. Me too.
I know everyone loves working with you.
I love working here and I love that the sky's the limit, really,
Yeah.
as far as I want to take it and what I want to do with it. And that's exciting. And
And
I have a good support system all around me at
Yeah.
home and here, which is super helpful. So
We'll
I
take-
appreciate all you've done for me.
Hey, I'm glad you're taking advantage of it and
Yeah.
doing. I mean, that's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is good. We'll probably do a follow-up to this in a couple of months
Sounds good.
because you have a great story
I'll be ready with more
and
transactions.
with more deals. I know 8 already. I didn't realize it had gotten that much.
I'm not counting or anything.
Man, yeah, all the achievers count.
Yeah,
You
that's
always
right.
know where you
Check.
stand. That's right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, 8's a lot. I think we're just getting started, so I'm pumped.
me too.
Good. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. What do we do? We
That
shake.
feels good to give you
Oh,
five.
yeah, that's perfect. We'll cut the handshake out of
Yeah,
that.
sounds good.